Been at the U of M 29 years, but I've been at the Cancer Center 10 and a half. That's how long the building's been. And I've had a lot of really great relationships here. I do have a story to tell of one of our patients. I was doing one of my trash runs, and I happened to look at the elevator, and people were standing around, so being nosy as I am, I went over to see what was going on, and one of my favorite patients was on the floor with her mother, and her mother was praying over, and I said, well, what's wrong? And her mother said she fell on the floor because she's in so much pain. So meanwhile, there was a staff standing there, and I looked at the clerk and told her to call 911, and then I said, no, call security. I said, no. I said, you want to go to the ER? And she said, no, I just want to go back up to the phases, which is another extension that we had built about a year ago. So the staff member that was at the elevator, I said, what are you waiting for? She said, I need the elevator. And I looked at her, I said, you can catch that other elevator. So she took the other elevator because I needed this elevator to get her back up. So their friend went and got a wheelchair. So the friend brought the wheelchair on the elevator, and she said, watch my side, I'm hurting. So I knew not to grab her on her side. So they grabbed her arms, I grabbed her legs, and we got her into the wheelchair, and I pushed B1 and took her up to the expansion. And so when we ran in there, the head nurse said, what's wrong? I said, she passed out on the elevator. And so she looked at the patient, she said, what's wrong? And the patient went on to explain to her, then I went on and did my work. And about an hour later, I came back to check on her. And she looked at me, she said, there's my savior. And her mother came up to me and said, what's your name? And I told her my name is Candace. And they just hugged me because I was the only one that took charge. Everybody else was like, they didn't know what to do. But I'm like that. You know, when one of our cancer patients pass out, you gotta be quick, because you don't know if they're hemorrhaging, if they're getting ready to have a heart attack. And since then, we've been extremely close. I don't keep in touch after the fact because working here, it's different than the main hospital. So I really don't call people and they don't call me. I just deal with them here because this is what's really important. As long as their experience here is wonderful and that the treatment is working or not working, but at least they're comfortable coming here. My relationships with the family is really important to me. It's important that when they come to my building that it looks clean and it smells clean. We are told not to wear strong perfumes and stuff because it makes them nauseous because of the treatments that they're getting. I am really close to the husbands, the wives, the mothers, the sisters and brothers, because they usually come to be with them because they need a ride home, because like I've stated earlier, they're here for hours. And I come in and out of the areas that they're in just to look and just to say hi, and sometimes all I have to do is just look and go. And they'll bust out laughing, and that'll help them to kind of relax more when they're getting their treatment, because certain cancer medications are a lot stronger than others, and it makes them really sick. And if I can be that one quick spot in their life where they can see me and then not think about what they're getting and relax a little bit, it'll help with the rest of their treatments. I